This episode is brought to you by AFS Automated Financial Services, your partner for fast, reliable, and affordable payment processing. Whether you're taking payments at the counter, on the go, online, or through a full POS system, AFS makes it easy to get paid anywhere, anytime. They handle credit, debit, EBT, gift, and loyalty cards across every industry and touchless options available for all in-person transactions. Entrepreneurs and ISOs can even earn monthly residuals through AFS partnership opportunities. The tools are yours. The income is yours. You'll get approvals in under an hour. 24-hour equipment deployment or reprogramming. Low, simple rates, matched or beaten, or they pay you, and 24/7 live customer service. You get the technology, rates, and support your business deserves. For a free cost analysis or rate quote, call 1-877-738-5010 or visit automatedfinancialservice.com. AFS, smart technology, real service, better business. Dirty Thursday, everybody. Behind the scenes, here we go. Oh, I accidentally turned off record. So we're starting all over again. On the show today, not only is our regular co-host Stephen Lewis here, but Dale, the producer, is also in the studio. And as we go behind the scenes, again, Tommy Hofland, Gary Morin, River City Speedway Facilities Maintenance Managers, also in the studio today. This is going to be fun. The texts are already coming in, and they're claiming we have two of the nicest guys on today. These guys make the racetrack look amazing. We'll talk more about that. Our show today, by the way, brought to you by Best Used Trucks. Best Used Trucks in Crookston isn't just a shop, they're a family. For years, they've built their reputation on quality work and honest service. They're not like the rest of the big corporate fleets. They know their team and prioritize a healthy work-life balance. Sound like a great place to work? Well, Best Used Trucks is looking for a motivated diesel mechanic who's ready to grow with this great company. It's family first, no 24/7 on-call. Shifts are Monday through Friday, some summer Saturdays, and beet harvest. You'll get hands-on training and mentorship, competitive wages with health insurance, and a 401k retirement plan with company match and paid time off and paid holidays. Some mechanical experience is preferred, but they'll train the right people. Have a basic knowledge of hand tools, be able to perform routine maintenance, have a valid driver's license, and the ability to lift 75 pounds. Now, whether you have years under the hood or just starting out, find out what it takes to work for a great company. Stop by the shop to meet the team or find out more by sending your resume to jake@besttrucks.net or call Jory at 218-281-6300. Do you want to work for just a shop or a family? Reach out now to Best Used Trucks in Crookston. All right, we are back. Dirty Thursday. I just like doing this applause thing. You know, we're going to get to this one text here before we get rolling. Scotty Iverson, again, you have two of the nicest guys on today. These guys make that racetrack look amazing. Scott, we were trying to figure out how we could wiggle you in here because the concessions and the food are amazing at River City Speedway. But I know you were a busy man. If you have any questions or comments, hey, feel free to call or text. All right, our number here at the studios is 701-213-0863. 701-213-0863. Jeremy, Scotty have already texted in. A couple of guys haven't already. Ooh, I wonder where Corey is. Anyway, you've got the phone number. Let's do it. It's time for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. All right, gentlemen. What's the difference between a man buying a lottery ticket and a man arguing with his wife? What is the difference between a man buying a lottery ticket and a man arguing with his wife? Anybody know?
Still no chance of winning.
Well, the man buying the lottery ticket actually has a chance to win.
That's close. That was close.
That was pretty good.
All right, I got one more for you then, since he figured that one out. What's the leading cause of dry skin? What is the leading cause of dry skin? Towels. Ah, gotcha.
What gets wetter as it dries? A towel.
Oh, that's another good one. That's another good one. There you go.
You should take that off. Too tight.
Do I have to do the show in French if I keep this on? Or
Can you?
no?
You know, I grew up. My great grandparents, we had all our holidays there, and they were French, Métis, French speaking, and all of everything at the table was spoken French. And I learned enough to go like merci, merci beaucoup, oui. Just the few things you need to be polite at the table. And I also learned as a young Frenchman, as soon as you were old enough to not spill, you got a glass of homemade wine, usually dandelion or choke cherry or something. I think I had my first glass of wine at about 1.5 years. I learned real fast. Oh, boy.
Oh, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah. Tommy Corcoran, good morning, guys. Tommy stopped by the other day for our anniversary, and man, it was fun catching up with him. All right, a couple of things we need to talk about first, and this is, sometimes things happen. You don't want to talk about them, but these are the things that happen in racing. Longtime safety official Billy Hurt, if you haven't heard, was killed March 14th. It's the World of Outlaws sprint car race at Kennedale Speedway Park in Texas. He's a retired firefighter with 23-plus years of experience. Died after 2 emergency vehicles collided while responding to an on-track crash. Safety officials were responding to a flipped sprint car. There was another track official who was seriously injured in the same incident. The remaining race program for that evening was postponed following that accident, which they're going to do every time, and that's what should be done. The World Racing Group confirmed the loss during Hurt's extensive work with the American Sprint Car Series, World of Outlaws, and the Chili Bowl. Rest in peace, and you're going to be missed, Billy Hurt. And there we go there. Okay, Devil's Lake had their race banquet last week. Dale, the producer, was there because, of course, he's the announcer at Devil's Lake. How did that go over there for you, Dale? How was the big banquet?
Yeah, it was a blast. It's always fun going out there to second year hosting it. And there's give a shout out to Heather, Eugene, Nolan, and Rose. Just worked super hard decorating, tricking the place out, putting on a fantastic spread of food as always. And, it was a good turnout. Give a shout out to some of our track champions, Waylon Poitras for the Piers, Greg Josie for the Street Stocks, Jory Berg for Midwest Mods, and Travis Robertson for the late models. It was a good time, and I cannot believe we're just, 2.5 weeks away from Test and Tune April 4th and April 11th, season opener.
Wow, that seems like it's coming quick. Yeah.
And there you can see there's I got on the screen some of the custom trophies that Nolan made. Really, really cool stuff.
Nice job. That's a nice job, those trophies. Way to go. All right, so it was fun. Food, what'd you have for food? Was it good? Because the food there's always good.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I want to say it was a pot roast. Yeah, it was, and homemade potatoes and macaroni salad and cheesecake parfaits. Great stuff. Oh man, yeah. Now I'm getting hungry again.
I'm freaking starving. It's Bush Light. There's pork chop in every can. My ass. Gary Matson. Good morning, Gary. But it tastes as good of a pork chop, so I'm not dogging Bush Light anyway. All right, let's get the show rolling here. I'm going to start to my left. First-timer rookie on the show, Gary Morin, in here today. Yay. Hey, your groupie is here. How you doing today?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Gary. Now, first off, I've known you for a long time because I used to work with your younger brother who has passed away. Spanky, we called him, and I've known you for a long time, but for the people that don't know you, tell us about yourself.
Well, I didn't grow up in East Grand Forks where I currently live. I grew up in International Falls, transported here and stayed around here. Married a wife from Oslo, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And that was in 83.
Year I graduated. Yeah?
Sounds about right.
So
Are you kidding?
we bought the house in East Side and we've been there ever since.
Yep.
And we got 3 kids. Our oldest one is Matt. Casey is the second one, and Chelsea,
Okay.
who just had our 4th grandchild.
Oh, how about that? Yeah, Grandpa. Wow.
Pretty proud of that one.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah.
And you're retired now.
Yes. 3 years ago, retired from Acme. Was there for 33 years.
Wow. And that's how I really got to know you.
Yes.
I knew you, but then I really got to know you through the Acme years.
Actually, when we go back, you and I met when your son was playing hockey.
Okay.
I used to run the clock when the kids were young.
Oh, yep.
Maybe peewees, I would imagine back then. And that's initially when I met you.
Wow.
It was back in those days.
And my kid's 39 now, so.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about
Jeez,
that.
are we getting
Are
old?
you old?
Oh, man.
Thanks, Tom.
You're
welcome.
And I will stay out of this conversation.
So I said class of 83. What were you laughing at?
74.
Oh, you're just laughing the fact
Really?
that I'm old, but not near as old as you.
Yeah, I'm old.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. By the way, this is Tommy Hofland, everybody.
Well, not much to say. Just live my life in the East Side. got married. It'd be about 48 years, something like that.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
What,
And she still puts up with you. You're
Oh,
still married.
I pay her enough.
Okay.
I went into service and came home and
You were in the service.
yeah.
What branch?
Air Force.
Did you
I
join?
didn't want to work hard.
Yeah, but how many years did you do in the Air Force?
I did 3.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any veteran, I think. I don't care.
So, were you always from here? There,
Yeah, I
from
was born
here?
here.
Then? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
born here, raised here. The only time I left was when the service came back.
Where'd you end up going in the service? Anywhere fun?
Vandenberg.
Oh, my wife was at Han.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a base.
Yeah.
Went up and down the coast, because I ran generators
Yep.
and stuff like that.
Nice.
Oh, that's where it turned into a drunk.
Yeah. Did you ever think when you got done that maybe you should have stayed, or was that the right
No,
choice for you?
Anybody asked me, I'd say stay.
Yep.
Put in your 20 years, you retire.
Retire
you
at
get
freaking
out.
38, 39 years
you
old.
start over.
Yep.
You get
Yep.
another retirement.
Yep.
Made in the shade.
I got it. Just got a text from Kim D. Young. Says, take it easy on Tommy. He's special. And then he had Ed in parentheses. But hey. Mark Sin, good morning, guys. Gary Matz, good morning. Good morning, men, from Greg Strand.
I think he
Greg
just
Stan-
chimed in because him and Tommy have 06 graduates, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh, yeah. You kids same age, something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Katie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I got 3 grandchildren.
Okay.
Boys.
How many kids you
Play
have?
hockey. 1.
Okay, 1 kid, 3
Yep.
grandkids.
Yep.
Are they in East Side still?
No, they're in Grand Forks.
Oh, okay. So they're going to be on good hockey teams.
Oh, yeah. Jack is good.
Yeah,
Jack Simonson. He's,
I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
If you're in East Side or in Grand Forks, you're going to go through a great youth hockey program.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, and you're going to be on a good hockey team.
Yeah.
Sometimes the winning and the losses, the records don't usually tell you if you're on a good hockey team or not. But a great example: East Grand Forks 2 years ago, under barely 500 team, and they won the state tournament. That just tells you how good the hockey is around here.
That was only 1 year ago.
Well, this year they didn't. Okay, so 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
You've been hanging around with my wife or what?
Go back to that beanie hat.
No, I was just.
Yeah, says the guy wearing a Montreal Canadiens hat.
Need a mediator here.
Is that a hockey team?
Currently, it is.
Oh, it is.
Used to
It
be.
hasn't been for a while.
They
but,
used to be
yeah.
back in Guy Lafleur and so.
Yeah.
Actually, the Montreal Canadiens back in the time then they were one of my favorite teams. You had Schutt, Lafleur. You had Kenny Dryden. You had all of these guys. Larry Robinson. Those guys were
Late
awesome.
70s, yep.
Yeah, I mean, you'd see Guy Lafleur get a hat trick. And in between periods, smoke a big freaking grit right in the locker room, smoking a cigarette, Marb Red before they go back out there for period number 2. Marty Clava says, "Love you, Tommy." You wonder
Come
why
to
they
me, Marty.
You wonder
Come to
why they
me.
call this show Dirty Thursday. Jeez.
Man, glowing reviews from the rest of the staff, though.
Yeah,
So
well,
far.
good. And Stephen Lewis, this is almost like an all East Side show now because
Yeah, him.
all of us here
Yeah.
all live in Minnesota. I'm a rural East Greaser, but hey, let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Yep.
Minnesota based today. How about that?
And that's kind of, we were going to get into that probably a little bit later on, but looking at these two here, and then we had Ellis before that, too. So that's been all East Side,
Right,
so.
right. And I want to give a shout out quick, too, to Mark Dobmeyer and his great staff at Forks Radiator. I had my truck in there again yesterday. Got myself a lunch on them. How about that? And
Surprising.
drove out of there with my truck running. the
Did
way
you get
it
a
should
handful
be.
of driver cards like Amanda did? Or?
No, I didn't. I didn't. But yeah, it's those guys always treat you
She's
so
still
good.
finding driver cards from her trip over there. So, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Now his boys are getting into, his one boy is getting into the 3D printing, and he's doing some pretty cool stuff. So I got to give him credit. Got to give him credit there. How did you get your start at River City Speedway?
Actually, it was with Tom.
Okay, I'm going to go to you first then, and then
Okay.
we're going to go to you.
Okay.
How did you get your first, your start, Tommy, at River City Speedway?
With Alice.
Okay, and of course, Ellis has passed away, Ellis
Yep,
Austin,
yep.
just recently. Great guy.
Couple weeks. Great.
Yep,
He taught
great
me a
guy.
lot.
Okay, and was this just, did you stumble, were you friends with Ellis, or
No,
were you a race?
I was friends with
Friend?
Linus and started talking to Linus a little
Okay.
bit, and then Alice came around, and then just I helped you out, Allison. Did that for quite a while.
So did you know Linus growing up and stuff like that, or
off
because
and
you guys
on.
are all East Siders? I
Yeah,
just wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off and on. But yeah, then ran into Alice, and then after that, here we are.
Okay.
He took me by the hand and showed me all the track stuff and circuit breakers and toilets and.
Did you
all
know
that.
a lot about that kind of stuff? Circuit
No.
breakers, I mean, because you guys are a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I mean, you're electricians, you're plumbers, you're a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, no, we knew nothing about the track, nothing at all. Period. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
Wow.
after a while, just pick up on it and stuff.
But someone has to look after the stands and the grass and the
sure
pits
they do,
and the
yeah.
garbage and all that.
I
so-
mean, my booth upstairs, and there's a lot of things. Bill Deutsch says this is GFBS, not EGFBS. That's such a good one. You got to give him a drum beat on that one.
change approved.
EGFBS. That's all right. Yeah. Everybody says hi, Bill. So then how did you come along then?
Simonson's.
Well,
Oh, okay.
well, actually, over the years, I used to donate a lot of stuff to the track for the special events.
Oh, yeah, you would be bringing things out there.
And I would have been through Ellis at that time.
Okay.
Back in the day, and then farther going forward here, I got to know Tom a little bit. And one day he asked me if I could help put up a fence for, I don't remember if it was the late model show. I
Yeah,
think at
probably.
that time.
Oh, out in
Yeah.
the parking lot, probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I went over, donated my time, and started talking. Next thing you know, Tommy talked me into working at the track there, and it's been a pretty good relationship ever since. He hasn't kicked me out of there yet.
Not yet.
I'll wait for you to kick me out.
Well, I think the prerequisite for this job is you gotta be willing to go on a good gopher hunt out there. So yeah,
We've been
we're going to
doing
get
that.
into that.
Yep,
We're going to get into that.
Get the pellet gun out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you what, we got a guy named Kevin Morin working for us.
Okay.
Whoa, Hawkeye. He's
Yeah, but he
something.
can't. He's got. Here's the thing, though. You still got to find it after you kill it.
Oh no, just it goes back down the hole.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the birds, the pigeons.
Blackhawk, that's them.
Oh yeah. Wait till you hear my pigeon
the pigeon
story.
story. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. You've
Oh,
heard the
that
pigeon
stinks.
story.
Yes, I have, yep.
Huh?
That stink.
And the maggots.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
I
It is
missed out.
bad.
Robert
just
said
don't-
it stinks in here. Stinks in here.
So
I
it
said,
was
"Too bad."
Tommy. It was.
Oh man.
What do you want me to do about it? I'm like, are you kidding me?
I went down and got him an air freshener.
Yeah. Brings in a couple bars of Irish Spring.
Kept the flies away.
Well, that's because they had already bred above me and were kicking their babies out. I looked down on my computer and there's maggots crawling around on my computer, and it's like, oh my god!
And I was down, standing in front down there, and all of a sudden I see Darren and all them carrying a ladder up to the stand
Yep.
up there.
To crawl up on top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're shooting pigeons that day, and it was like 940 degrees out. And it was that instant. One went up there and died right above me, and it was that instant where the maggots were just, and it just, did
And
it
if that
smell
would have
like-
happened to me, it would have been noticeable throughout the race night because they would have been hand scoring. I would not have come back. It would have taken me
I
some
took
time.
packing tape.
It'd have been
and
bad.
all of the seams and the plywood up there. I put packing tape up there
It was
to
bad.
stop them coming
We
back
had
down.
one in there. Man, I think Mooney was still announcing, and we used to have a bunch of cardboard and stuff. And I was the first one up there, and I stuffed that one hole that has the pipe that comes in diagonal. I stuffed that as well as I could just so it wouldn't happen again. And that was there for another decade, and it worked. So I don't know where that cardboard went. I don't know if someone saw the cardboard and went, "We got to get rid of that cardboard." And then pretty soon, birds again. And I was like, "That was there for a reason."
Yeah. Need more duct
So,
tape. Craig
yeah.
Hauser, I can't see Tommy's wheelbarrow. Worried he might trip. I don't know what that means.
What the
He's got a wheelbarrow.
Come and explain it to us, would you?
Yeah, he'll text in again. Okay, so what do you guys? Let's go through a typical work week. Let's start at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the season, everything gets shut down there.
Oh,
Like your
everything's
water,
down, yeah.
everything. So what when you guys start, what's the first thing you guys will start doing when you get to the track to
Try
open it up for the year?
Try and get the water on.
Is that usually
That's
a problem?
probably the most important thing is
Sure.
get the water on.
Sure.
Because then Doogie can have water, Scotty can have water.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can start doing our washing and hooking up the toilets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Is there usually an issue when you turn the water on right away, like toilets or things? Because there's so many of them, and they're not like just come out of the storeroom last week.
Right. Yeah, you get leaks and stuff like that because the little rubber gaskets get cold, you know. It really doesn't seal that good. When it warms up, it gets better.
Okay, so did you know how to do any of this stuff before you started working out there? Did you know how to do any plumbing?
Ellis.
Okay, and how about you? Did you know how to do any of this stuff?
I've done some of that stuff because you know that's my background. Is I like to work on things like that.
Sure.
So I've got some of that knowledge. Not a lot. You know, Tommy's taught me a lot just hanging around him.
Poor guy.
Tommy's a good guy to be around because he's been there long enough. You know, he knows where the dirt goes and all that stuff, you might say. So he's been there a long time. And it's kind of fun to work with him because as he's getting into this program, he's showing you what needs to be done next. So he's got kind of a protocol, and he writes everything down, so we kind of know what has to happen.
Okay. Now now let's go through a typical week. We're starting all over again. It is Monday. I don't know if you guys do anything on Saturday or Sunday if there's no racing.
No.
Monday comes along. Let's go through what happens through the week.
Well, when they walk in, pick up what's garbage is left. You know what I mean? Mowing, name it. Anything that broke during the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Grandstand, stuff like that. Go clean the pits up, get everything all clean, swept.
Pressure wash.
Pressure washed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys, like, fill up paper towel dispensers, all that kind of stuff, too?
We do, and we also got a great guy. His name is Jason. I can't remember his last name. And he does clean up in the bathrooms and stuff on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, does a phenomenal job.
Okay. Kevin says you guys better get going on the Speedway. You have 50 days to get it ready.
We'll be done
50
in 2.
days. You'll be done in 2? Now,
don't tell Brad or anybody like that.
Yeah, little story here now. During the switch and things, there's a lot of gear that goes up into our press box. And everything was labeled finally because it wasn't at first. And I can remember I'd go up there and it's like, oh, crap, because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. But we did have an issue last year, so now I have an extra plug up there, but it says I labeled it. So we'll see. But these guys do a great job, at least
I
for
didn't
me.
have as many up there when I was up there, but I do know what that's like. I eventually labeled all my own. I only have the 2 that come up through the floor and then just a couple other wires. But every year it's one of those things where I haven't done this in a year, so you got to remember where everything goes and how everything happens.
Gary took pictures. Way smarter than I am. And well, I'm going to say too, my computer isn't the newest computer in the world, and actually the input for my music is broke. So we had to put another one on the other side and kind of thank God for James. James, because I'm computer illiterate.
That's another one we might have in here.
I don't even know his last name.
But yeah.
You got that long hair today?
Yeah. Craig Hauser, in reference to age and gravity and its effect on certain body parts, there goes the wheelbarrow.
The wheelbarrow.
That was a good one.
Wow.
I like that one.
Hurtful.
John, can I give a shout out to, I don't know who did it, but in the press box, speaking of the just the layout up there, a big shout out to whoever installed that foam padding on the overhead. I cannot count the number of times I bonked my head on that thing. At least 5 or 6 before I got, oh my goodness, that would have been a knockout.
We still do.
And it's hard enough where it jams your neck if you hit it.
I've got the answer for you. It happened to me the last time, and then Ellis put that up for me.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yes.
Way to go, Ellis.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He did a lot.
Many thanks to
The little
Alice.
stuff you don't take, just take for granted.
Right. Things that people don't think about.
Yep.
Is your mic on again now?
No, switch
There we
back.
go.
Because growing up around sprint car wings, that didn't really matter. You'd hit your head on the corner of the sprint car wing. Pretty soon you're bleeding, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So once I went upstairs and started scoring, same deal. That low bar, all that low iron that comes across. Bing, bing, bing. Well, then pretty soon the next week I come up and I see there's foam there. I was like, man, that was for me, wasn't it? Nice. It was like we had to Steven-proof the booth. I was like, all right, well,
Steven-proof the booth.
Yeah.
Daryl Works, one of our Canadian friends. We were talking about. Remember, I said that it seems like everybody from Canada, their name's Daryl, but a lot of my friends from up there. Good morning, everyone. We've been coming to the track for many years now. Remember when Tommy was parking motorhomes and he would know the boys were coming and always had a good spot for us guys. Let's hear a story about the Gophers. Looking forward to seeing all you guys. Great job. River City Speedways is always a great time. Thank you, Daryl. Looking forward to seeing you guys. before we get into the Gophers or the Flicker Tails, I believe is what they are. I don't know, but so do you stick around then on race night if you have to? Is that a must for you guys or not?
Kinda, because there's some things you have to do.
Well, like if somebody goes through the fence or something, or
that is
Yeah.
among them.
Or somebody hits the grandstands.
sure, yeah, we're right. I mean, or knocks down a couple of poles.
Okay,
or,
so here's one for you. So Evan Hendrickson, that happened to him. His steering and brakes went out, and he went off a turn 4, and he went so far that it hurt actually the stands too.
Yeah,
So, how much were you guys involved in that, and how much damage did he do? Because he did. I heard later on he did a lot more than I had initially thought.
Yeah. Well, there again, Gary and Lonnie Hillerud, he volunteered just to help and stuff like that. And him and Gary took care of that project. And
Yep.
And Keith,
it's unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Well, you
And
got to throw Keith Eggle out there too, I suppose. Yeah.
And that was still a pretty quick turnaround for as major a thing that ended up being. It didn't really slow down the program too much. I don't think that night that we even really had the lights on all that long after that. So
I would imagine the new fence makes a difference.
well,
easier to
actually,
fix.
he went around it
Oh, okay.
and drove into the grandstand.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
that's right.
yep, yep.
That's right. I forgot. Okay,
has
man.
has that ever happened before, you think?
not with those stands sitting
what I
there.
mean,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you say something like that, then it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, has anybody ever parked a car up on top of that pole up there? Nope. Yep. Thanks, Mr. Mullen. There you go. The Gophers, the Flicker Tails, it's so funny because we finally had one make it out to my house last year. And I told the landowner who's next to me, I said, you need to get rid of this thing right away because he has horses. I said, you need to get rid of this thing because they're just like a prairie dog.
Yeah.
They're going to leave big holes. You're going to have horses that you're going to have to shoot, whatever. I don't know what he did, but it did disappear. But it for so long, they were on the North Dakota side, but never on the Minnesota side. And now when you drive out to that empty lot across from like the Hugos and East Grand Forks there on Highway 2, there's hundreds of them there on both sides of the highway. These things
Across from Joey's place is
real
bad too.
between Highway 2 and Joey's
Yes.
place there.
Yeah.
They're all over, and even on the other side, even on the Hugo side, going up into the Civic Center, they're all over Dustin Strand shop. They're all around that area. But how much of a pain in the ass are these for a racetrack?
Pain in the ass.
I mean,
But it just amazes me, though. They don't dig out in the track.
no, they don't.
No.
But they'll dig all around the grandstands, and around the track, and
nor the infield,
Yeah. Oh,
which is, I mean, not as bad as
Right,
around,
But
but
that would be dangerous as heck if they were to do that.
but
Yeah,
then you
for
go-
sure.
But then you go in the pits, and they're there in the grass.
And you know what? The thing is they're cute little devils too. They are.
yeah.
They're kind of fun to watch. It's not like a freaking pocket gopher or but they're kind of fun to watch.
Oh,
you
they're
know?
just cute little animals.
But so the thing when I was a kid was the thing that you did was whenever you had an empty, you put it in the hole because like if you hit it, then at least there's something in the hole
Sure.
to where you don't go full ankle deep in and
Right.
and have some real problems. So as much as some people out here might not like the shooting little animals, like it's for out there, it's necessary because
it
it
is.
has gotten to be such a problem
Yep.
over the last 30 years.
Yeah,
even.
pretty soon you're talking about broken ankles
Yes.
and
Yep.
and
Yep.
things like that. Kim says I redesigned the fence for Bob. He must have. Okay.
Yeah, so Kim was actually the first manager out there in '99 when it
Oh, okay.
became River Cities.
Okay,
So,
okay.
the billboards along the outside, we went and measured the Fargo ones and mimicked those, and then a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, sure, sure.
That first year. So, and that was for Wayne and that. So,
Okay. I think we should maybe take a little break here. We're already half hour deep. How about that? Meaning John needs another Busch Light. But let's take a break. Dirty Thursday behind the scenes. We'll be back right after this.
The most elite trucks compete on the most challenging dirt tracks. For the drivers, this is the only monster truck competition that matters. For you, this is the most exciting show you'll see all year. March 28th, the Valvoline Tire 1 Toughest Monster Truck Tour Championship Weekend returns to Alaris Center. See the trucks up close at the pit party. Pit passes are $15 or free at Valvoline Tire 1. The Toughest Monster Truck Tour. See why they call it the toughest. Brought to you by Baymont by Wyndham. March 28th, Alaris Center.
All right, I did want to mention this too. If you get your monster truck pit passes, you can get them at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can save $10 per ticket. Also, check it out. You can check out the monster trucks Friday too before the show at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, one of our top sponsors. They've been with us since pretty much day one on Dirty Thursday, as has Rumor Sports Bar and Casino. Stephen Lewis, Dale the producer, joining us today, of course, with behind the scenes on Dirty Thursday, Tommy Hofland and Gary Morin. River City Speedway facilities maintenance managers here. I'm out of breath. All of a sudden I hear Dale. 3, 2, 1. Shut up, I'm back. So here we are. We are back.
Take it for a second, switch it back to me.
There you go.
So after I got done giving him a compliment, what he meant was his wreck in 1988
Oh, okay.
when he took out the old fence in the.
Oh, see, that would have been
sprint
before
car.
my time.
Yeah,
then. Yeah, that's that
yep.
time I would have been laid up from a plane crash, laying in bed. So yeah, thanks for the text, by the way.
That was a good 3 fences before
Wow, that was
the fences he
Think about
started
that.
working on, and then 3 fences since probably. And
Wow.
so, yeah.
When the big shows come, the World of Outlaws, we got the sprint cars twice, the late models, we got the John Sights. Way more work for you guys to do. Do you have to bring in more help, or how long does it take you to prepare for that? I mean, just putting up the parking fences alone, I would think would be a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And then you've got the nightmare, like now with the John Sights this year, going to be more money, way more money than ever before. The car count is going to be incredible. How do you guys deal with that? What's the first thing you do besides go, oh, crap? Yeah.
You just throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. If it sticks, yay! Gary, we did it.
Or they got that overflow parking, which is going to be huge this year.
Which was I was gonna mention that. So
Yeah, I don't even know about that
Is
yet.
that something that? Yeah. So across from about the old Terra, I don't know if it's Terra.
Oh,
still,
sure,
But like
okay.
you're even with that elevator stuff, almost by the turnoff on the mill there
Yep.
on the north.
Yeah,
end.
but that's
the
all
elevator.
pit parking, though, isn't it?
What's that?
That's all for pits,
Overflow
isn't it?
pit
The
parking.
pits.
Yeah, that's extra pit.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
So, is that something you guys have to prepare too, or
The state mill, they give
They're
permission.
awesome.
Oh, it was.
They were great.
They are
Now
awesome
they went and
people.
graveled it.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That's
I don't know
something.
if it did that for their own parking.
Yep.
Or
Because they do
to help
park
us
some
out.
stuff there, but that is pretty cool.
'Cause
And in
this
fact,
was-
I know they even make guys go over there and mow it before we go in there.
Because this was our second season using that, and it was even better this year than it was the first year.
Yep.
So as long as we have that. Now, like you said, 9,200 for the top 3.
yeah.
We might have some issues this year as far as,
with the car count.
when we got
We're
60
gonna have
late
some late
models,
model
we're gonna have
guys that
70
have-
or 80 of them now.
Yeah, we're going to have
So-
late model guys here that have never been here before, I
Oh,
would
for
imagine.
sure.
And a lot of guys,
100%.
yeah.
Yep.
Jeremy wants to know, what's your favorite food to eat at the track? You two. Do you have a favorite food? Do you eat a lot of concession stand
Taco
food?
bag.
Oh, you're like a Chad.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Gary?
I like their pulled pork.
Oh, okay. You got a favorite?
Still a brisket guy.
Yeah, me too. Too. Dale, how about you? You got a favorite?
Okay, I mix it up quite a bit. I think I like the pop. I always get the popcorn almost every week with something else different each week. So popcorn.
Okay. I am also hoping Marco's Pizza is back. I sat with the owner yesterday and had a couple of beers with him, and I said, I bet you I mentioned Marco's Pizza in the summer more than anybody else does. He looked at me and he goes, you're probably right.
I like the
You're
brisket
probably
the
right.
best. I probably do Marco's the most just because of the time factor.
The
for
time
me.
and the convenience.
Yep.
You
The
always got
brisket will have it at the Outlaws because there's time.
right. Oh
But-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, at the Outlaws, you speak when they tell you to speak, and you do when they tell you to do. But no, I love it when the Outlaws come. But you do have more time, and,
Yes.
and way
Yep,
more
yep.
time, and especially me, I only got to worry about the late models. So I love that. So do you bring in more help then for these big shows to do all of that stuff? Because I mean, you guys do a lot, but it'd be asking an awful lot for you guys to try to do all that on your own.
Well, we do until Friday, and then we get extra help for parking and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, that's about it.
That's it. Yeah, it's usually just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to have 3 hockey players working for us.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
They
miss
had the
them
hockey guys. Yeah.
You know, they were so strong and
Yeah,
stuff. And,
and-
here we are, a bunch of old guys out there and
And now they're all old and gone, or what?
gone. One's playing in Augustana,
Okay.
Will Howard. And
Yep. Oh, that's right.
Joey
Yeah.
Mc-
That's Tarek's boy.
McAnally.
Yeah. Oh, good. Those are good boys you got there.
And Joey Montgomery, was it?
Wait, Will's playing college hockey?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Sioux Falls.
That's cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
In
Let's
fact,
see.
it's Drew Montgomery, right?
Drew.
Yeah, I think he's playing for Colorado College.
Okay.
Sounds,
Drew Montgomery.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Drew Montgomery, I think. Yeah.
Well, they used to work for us, and what a blast.
Yeah, I remember those guys working there because I'd say to them, hey, and I'd go, and they say, I know who you are. I said, okay, I need to be up there.
Yeah.
They say, I know where you're going. And they'd say, come on over. We'll up in here. So that was good. Kaylee, the guy at the back pit gate, can't remember his name, was walking around last summer saying the guys over at the jail were having a cow about us parking in their parking lot and we having cars towed. There aren't any signs posted saying we can't. Do they have that many employees that they need the whole parking lot to themselves? And I heard a little bit about this, but I think it was kind of during a shift change for them or something that this was
That's a
going
good
down.
question because we've got that paved lot between the new building and the employee fence
And-
where I started parking. Now I just drive right into the pit area, but it got to be more and more of a thing. It was just like, oh, it looks like they're just letting us do that. And then it looked like there might have been a bit of a crackdown. So
Yeah,
if
and-
we can get that cleared up,
And let's face it, I mean,
Yeah,
somebody
'cause
text in here if I'm wrong. They've got an awfully big parking lot for a jail. It's not like the people there are driving their cars to jail.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you look at that parking lot, there might be 4, 5, 6 cars in there. The rest of it seems like it's empty. Why not? Especially the backside there. So I don't know.
I
Nick
thought
Curtis
that was
finally
part
woke
of
up.
the agreement.
What's that?
I thought that was part of the agreement when they started building that.
Oh, who knows who's
I mean,
who
we
said
use it
this,
for
who
the
said that.
of outlaws.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
You know?
And if it's not going to be used, why not?
Well, Nick didn't just wake up. He said, have a good show with Tommy
Oh, okay.
when I was on the way here.
Oh, okay.
uh,
So he was
yeah.
awake, or so he says he was.
So, yeah.
All right.
He might have
okay.
thrown in a nickname after that. We'll keep that off.
Oh,
That
sure.
must have been good, though.
Yeah, no. A
No.
glowing review for you,
Yeah,
Tommy. for
glowing.
sure.
There you go.
Just like my cheeks.
Which set, face or the other ones?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Dirty Thursday.
And we,
Dirty Thursday.
Dirty
and we were
Thursday.
worried about Tommy this morning. No, I'll play
You know,
ball.
you were talking about the John Sykes, though.
Yeah.
We got to get our Canadian friends back down here.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, my.
For sure.
God, especially this year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no tariffs on the tickets to get in.
No,
You
no,
know?
yep.
And the beer all tastes the same.
And, yeah, it
Come
does.
on down.
And you know what? We love these guys so
Yeah.
much. It's so funny because we've got the people on the other side of the fence when it comes to politics. I'm going to not much say more than that, but I'm told by all these people how bad the Canadians hate us. I tell these people, I said, I'm actually pretty good friends with a lot of Canadians.
Yeah.
And I don't get that vibe from them.
No.
Maybe they're not like you or the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are super guys. They have pulled their campers out and camped at my house before, and I would have them there every freaking weekend if that's what it took to get these guys here because they're super, super group of guys.
Well, I think the nicest thing about having that overflow across from the mill is that we were able to get Miller's Barbecue back the last 2 years in between that overflow.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the
Last year was
access
the
road
first
to the
time I ever
east.
went to one of those.
Yeah, and I missed it last year, and that is my favorite thing of the year, and I hated to have to miss it. But just having that back, because, you know, they
Yep.
couldn't come, and then we couldn't fit them in when they could, and now they're back.
Yeah.
So
Nick Curtis, by the way, says been at work since 5:30. Craig Doogie says it's in the agreement we have use of the parking lot on all race nights and events.
Okay, cool.
So, Mom and Dad,
I
that
thought.
changed maybe now, but yeah. And I was going to say one
everything's
more.
all brand new, too, because that all just got laid, and so
Yeah.
we're all just trying to coexist together. again,
Daryl
so.
from Canada says we love America. Well, we love you guys too.
Yeah, we
they're
miss
great
ya.
guys. Great guys.
Shout out to everyone in Little Canada, and I know it's especially our Canadian drivers too that make the haul down here.
yeah.
A bunch of them each week. Austin Hunter, the Stusky sisters. I know they invited us out there to Victory Lane Speedway.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
try
gonna have
my
to go check
darndest to
that
make
out
it
one
there
of
this
these
season.
times. I wanted to ask you guys. Last year we had a little bit of an issue with this, and it happens once in a while with vandalism out there. How can you stop it? I mean, a lot of the times this is going on during the races, and it's a lot of the times it's kids.
Yep.
Really? Do you not, oh, they don't make kids like they used to? Well, it all starts at home. Damn it. It all starts at home. But
Yeah.
how can you let your kids just disappear? And where were you at?
It's
Oh,
happened.
I was over putting sugar in this gas tank, or I was over freaking starting up a tractor and seeing what I could run over. How can we curb that? I mean,
Because people bring out their whole carload of kids there.
yep.
See ya.
Yeah.
And they're going out the gate.
Yep. Don't take a
we're right now. I feel sometimes we're just glorified babysitters.
Yeah, because you'll see them trying to sneak into where you're not supposed to be. And there's a reason. There's a fence there, kids. It's dangerous, you know. But you know, I was worried a couple of times last year, but it seemed like it kind of got fixed. But the reason I bring this up is because this is all the stuff that you guys have to deal with. Somebody went in there and messed up. Well, then they blow up. Then they blow up a truck or a tractor or something last year.
A record.
A wrecker.
A wrecker. Me and Gary were setting up some banners up there, right? We looked over and there was a wrecker out in the middle of the darn racetrack. So we went over there. He was idling all night. Just,
That was during the fair, wasn't it?
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, then
Yep.
2 years ago, one of the Lele's went down during the sights. I remember you guys all trying to get that back together. And so there's so many different pieces of equipment, so many different areas of the racetrack that you have to keep track of, whether it's number one on your list or you get, pulled off of whatever number one is on your list over to whatever emergency number one has become. And so,
I mean, even Scotty got broken into his concession stands.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's nothing there.
No.
No, there's no money at all.
Nope.
You know?
Yeah, you might get yourself some,
A Tootsie Roll?
Yeah, you might get yourself a salted nut roll.
If you're lucky.
Actually, they broke into the beer gardens. We put an extra rod in there now. So.
No kidding.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeepers, how am I going to get in there now?
So you.
Oh, no, not me. River City Speedway says hello. I was going to ask you guys something else now, and now I can't remember because, anyway, that's just the 80s was hard on me.
Yeah.
Now,
70s and 60s.
well, it started in the 70s for me. You guys are, I would imagine, do you find cool stuff? I'm going to ask both of you this. You ever find any money or you ever find, because we'll get calls all the time, you know, up in the box. Somebody lost a ring or we found this cell phone or, you know, I don't ever get too many of the, hey, somebody found a $100 bill over here. What if it's yours, come on up and get it. But do you find anything like that? Have you ever found anything
Phones
cool?
and stuff like that.
I found phones.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
found, you know, like quarters and stuff like
Well,
that.
sure.
but yeah.
And you're going to bend. I would bend over and pick up a quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I'd pick up a nickel and a dime too. But have you ever found a good chunk of change?
I never
A
have.
bunch of it when I'm blowing off the stands, there'll be quarters all over up there.
Oh, I bet.
People just lay them down on the bleacher and just walk out of there.
Wow.
But I've also found
Yeah.
I found a set of straps that for holding a race card on.
Really?
And-
Ratchet straps?
Yeah, and Brianna put them on her, and no one ever claimed them.
Wow.
I thought for sure someone would want them back.
Well, I'd give them a couple of weeks, and then they're going in John's shop. I mean, okay. Now, have you ever showed up and found something really disgusting?
Yeah.
I mean, I could imagine. I've
the
seen
bathrooms.
some of the things in the bathroom before. I could imagine the women's bathroom, maybe even worse. But I don't know. No, is it the men's that are usually the worst? Why is that?
Because they don't give a shit.
I know, and that's
Get it? I kill myself.
hold on. There we go.
No, I don't know why it is. It just seems like they come to the Speedway and they forget their manners and all that kind of stuff.
We see
It
that.
just-
Yeah.
They're back to kid
Some
days.
people do.
Some. Yeah.
That's why, I mean, how about you? Have you ever found anything just disgusting? I mean, I know I've seen where people have puked and hurled, and sometimes you weren't sure if it was puke or poop, but
Tommy disappears.
yeah. That's where Gary comes in.
He's a good man.
You know, over the years, there's always stuff you run across. You don't know what it is. That's the problem.
Well, yeah.
So you take something and you clean it up, but you don't know what it is. You just throw it. You don't even want to.
Yeah, you don't want to know what it is. Oh,
But
man.
I think the 10% of the most disgusting things are the more memorable. But like whenever I'm in there, like 90% of it is always, why are you people using so much paper? And there's paper everywhere.
yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
they had a ticker tape parade in there sometimes.
Yeah.
And
See,
that's
these
something. And I've got a phobia about wet paper, so I'm like, I wouldn't want to have this.
Well, you
job.
see these
So-
guys go from the urinal, they'll rinse their hands for maybe 2 seconds, and then use 10 feet of paper towel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Heather says $20 bills are my favorite finds. Yeah, I had kids
Sure.
out there years ago mud bogging with four-wheel drive
I
trucks
remember
on
that.
the track.
Yeah.
That is just crazy.
So we had that. Man, was that COVID year? Someone drove through the fence, did laps on the track, and then.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out who that was?
Yeah, they found his pickup over at the
Because he had damaged it.
Bun.
Wow. Do we know him?
Well,
Do you know him?
This is the first I'm hearing that we know who it was. So
Oh,
no.
okay. Do
It's
you
kind
know who
of
it was?
upsetting that that's where
I
we
can't
found
remember
him.
his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Craig Doogie says found $250 on the track a few years ago. Wow, would that be
And
nice?
he didn't share it.
He just gave himself a raise. How about that?
There's your bonus.
There's your bonus.
I apparently wasn't the track photographer yet. Otherwise, I think I would have got cut in on that, but maybe not.
Tom and Jerry have nothing on Tom and Gary. Tom's given me several high-speed
Leave it to
cart
Wisco.
rides, and Gary's good entertainment every morning at the gas station. Keep up the good work, guys. I see Gary almost every morning. I see Tommy once in a while in the mornings.
Yeah.
We're all, and so Dan must get there a little late. He's one of them late guys, or what?
A little later.
Okay, because I'm usually there about 6:15. I don't know what time you get there. About 6.
But 10 to.
Okay, and if you can't find him when you first walk in, he's like fixing the coffee machines and he's doing all that kind of stuff. It's like, why don't they just call it Gary's? You know, they could do that. You know, we had mentioned, Blake Anderson lost his wallet on the track. We got him his wallet back and
man.
all the contents. Oh, way to go, Heather. I couldn't imagine if I lost my wallet. That's why I don't carry it.
Nope.
I'll take, if I need a card out of there or something, I'll take it and I'll put it in a pocket, but I don't carry my wallet with me, and just because I'm so afraid of losing it.
Before you go, Dale, he got that from his mom and dad. They left the NLRA Frisbees on the deck once, and they flew all over the track in Mandan, I think, and then Stevie did that with his wallet somewhere, too. So I think Samantha's the only one that hasn't done that out of those four.
Okay. All right.
Steven, I got a question for you. I remember I think this was 2 seasons ago. I was doing the video at go-karts, and I see you driving behind me in between heats. I'm like, I'm going to see Steven on the go-kart track. Didn't see you there. Come to find out later, someone put a special shout-out for Lost and Found at the racetrack, and you happen to know where it was.
Yeah, so the only reason I did that is because, obviously, being PR for the Petersons, I was watching Tucker, and the way his car dug into the racetrack, I knew about where it happened going into 3. So I went walking off of 3 and 4, and it actually bounced over the barrels through the fence and between the county yard and the racetrack. So I did one last pass because I didn't want it to be on the track because I knew Craig was going to be prepping that night. So I did a lap around the track, and then I went around the pit fences. And I was like, I know it's 3 and 4. I know it. And I went to turn around, and I looked down. I was like, there it is.
Wow.
And I knew where it was. And so I took it home. So I'm texting Kelsey on the way home. I was like, do I have permission? I won't put your SD card in my computer and watch your stuff if you don't want me to. I just want to make sure, because we got rain overnight the next night. Not only did it survive the trip from turn 3 almost to the county yard, it survived the rain that weekend.
It's like me losing my truck key the other day. I found it 2 days later in the snow. Just happened to look down and see it. It's the only one I had. Kevin Pappenfuss, I bet you guys wish there was more of these. We always bring a couple of bags with us to put our garbage in. And then cans and bring it to the garbage after the races.
Thank you.
That's like me. I keep a wad of Hugo's bags in my boat. So that way, every time it's like, hey, there's a garbage. There's a garbage. You know, if I'm bringing new people, there's a garbage. And then as soon as we get there, the first thing I do is say, take that garbage and go put it in that garbage, and then everybody's happy. Brina saying the best around. Heather, don't ever leave your wallet on the deck. Okay. Jeremy, I put my wallet in my front pocket. Geez, you just happy to see me, or is your wallet in your front pocket? I appreciate Tommy's cart rides back and forth to the pits and the front during Outlaws. Tommy gives wonderful high fives. That was from Amanda Joe.
Thank you.
Nick says he asked me to see if it was there, and I think you beat me to it.
Yep.
Craig Hauser made the mistake. Oh, you dummy. Made the mistake of telling the wife about finding cash, and magically it disappeared. It's like if you're ever pulling tabs and you win 100, you tell your wife you won 50.
There you
go. Mark, I forgot my wallet in the beer garden. Heard my name on the intercom. Reached for it, and it's not there. Went up to get it, and the contents were still there. it's one nice thing. Most race fans are good people. They're honest people. Katie, I lost the remote to Nellie's shock collar at Devil's Lake one night. I think it was Jason Strand that found it, worked it into the track later in the day. During intermission, it got left on Kenna's car before she went out. It still worked too.
You know, and
some great stories.
And I didn't mean to like single out the Andersons. I watched Robin and Mom walk across, so I just figured anyway. But you see that so much, setup blocks, the magnet lights now. You see that more often than anything. Being the photographer out there, you almost like scan your corner and have someone scan the other corner when the cars first roll out, because you never know what someone's going to forget and drive out there with. So.
Right. And you know what? Before anybody has a frickin' loses a nut over the whole shock collar thing, I use shock collars on my dogs. I know Kaylee and her family, and I'm guessing even though you use a shock collar, I bet you the shock part rarely gets used. I tell you what, I got one of my dogs.
I bet they're a lot more tame than when I was a kid, too.
They know that, okay, the collar's on, I better be good. My Corgi, even if I vibrate it or ding it, he gets so butthurt for like a week. It's like, oh, I can't believe you vibrated me. You know, my Labradoodle is like, sometimes I got to lay it into him, and I can hear him whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's more like it's not a shock to injure. It's more like setting up that Pavlovian effect. It's not what you think.
Right. It's like spanking your child. You're not spanking them to hurt them. You're spanking them to teach them a little lesson and maybe embarrass them, if anything. That's the way I look at it. Half the tools in the shed came off the track, Marty. Hey, buddy, can't wait to snap pictures at Forks this year. Stevenator. All right. Screwdrivers. I had a large collection of really dirty screwdrivers.
Yeah, and then we have our parts corner in turn 4 behind the K rail there.
Oh, I bet there's a lot there.
Bunch of body work and
You know, we had talked about flicker tails. We had talked about pigeons. Now, I've heard
a groundhog.
Okay, a groundhog. Okay, woodchuck. Yep, I knew they were there. I remember a few years ago there was a raccoon.
Yep.
I know there's been skunks. Hawks I've seen there, but has there ever been one of them animals where it's just like, I mean, it's amazing we haven't seen a coyote running around in there.
It is, actually.
Yeah, I bet you know what?
Dumpsters out there.
Right, and I bet you if we had trail cams, I wouldn't doubt it that we'd see cowboys out there too.
Well, we shoot the gophers and we're good with the hawks.
Yeah,
so.
well, there you go. Hello, Steven number 2.
Yeah, that's me.
Travis Strandell let my phone on the hood during engine heat once. I didn't make it back to the trailer, but I did find it after it had been run over multiple times.
What do you mean you left your phone on your hood?
Yeah, that's got to be tough to do in a sprint car. But, hey, it's Travis. I could see that. I'm just giving you a hard time, dude.
I'll make you a deal on a new phone.
There you go. Hey, have you ever had to take care of skunks, raccoons, things like that? And how do you do it? How do you trap a skunk?
In the trap, and then you take and shoot it.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering, and hopefully it's a good shot.
Hopefully.
Okay. Heather says, well, yeah, you guys are fox, coyotes, and deer. Yeah, but they're out in the middle of nowhere. I could see that. But, yeah, and I don't know if we've probably had a deer run around out there before, too.
I've seen tracks out there.
Yeah, really?
Oh, yeah.
What was it, Tom? Last year, we weren't sure what was in the stand. Something was up there. And there was somebody's dog.
Oh, wow.
Just laying on the stands.
Oh, no.
We thought it died.
Oh, no.
So we didn't know what to do.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he came up there.
Oh, so it wasn't happy either.
No. We woke him up.
What did you do with him?
Chased him.
Oh, he just ran away?
Yeah, he ran to the track, and then he ran around there for a while, and we just kind of stayed away from him because we figured.
Every once in a while you have to put Facebook on a Saturday morning. Hey, so and so's debit card. Hey, so and so's phone. Hey, did you lose Fido last night because he's hanging with us right now?
By the way, let's see. I think Sarah Josie left her phone on Greg's car out at Devil's Lake one time. It was toast. Replying, oh yeah, Nick, snakes and salamander. And Heather, oh okay.
Devil's Lake, the rabbit that goes back and forth across 3. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Okay.
Out there.
With today's
That's
weather,
the one I
anyone
was
got
trying
that
to
racing
remember.
fever going on? You got the racing fever? Because I do. I'm ready. Steven, how about you?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yep. Marty, a few years ago, race day afternoon, we had a bald eagle perched on top of infield lights. That would be cool.
Isn't
That
that
is
something?
one of
I
those
remember that,
deals
Marty.
where you got it. Where if you could have got a picture of that, that would have been incredible. That would have been so cool. May 8th is the opener for the ones that are wondering with the weather today. Anyone got that racing fever going on? It's always hit and miss at the beginning of the year. Devil's Lake, they're planning on going in like 20 days or something like that. I haven't looked at the weather, but have you been out to the track, and do they do anything in the winter if it gets, like, if we get one of them winters where like 3-4 years ago where there's so much snow, do they ever have to go out there in the winter and move snow, or does it usually take care of itself?
Once, I know Keith used to take the snowblower, go in the front straightaway, because that's the last to get,
Sure, that's on the
snow.
south, so yep.
Yeah. But besides that, I don't.
I was up there
that
the
natural.
I was up there the other day looking at the track.
Yeah.
Our signs all survived, which I was really
good.
surprised.
Wow, with the wind we had this winter, holy.
We had 2 signs blown down this past summer.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't rebuilt them yet. That's kind of on one of our
Which
lists.
I'm surprised it was only 2 because we had a pretty wicked summer in there.
Yeah, we did.
We had some signs come loose that Tom and I had to rebuild, and Kevin had to rebuild, but we got 2 that we have to totally rebuild from nothing. So that'll be
So now, normally, oh, by the way, Travis says I'm still using the same phone to this day.
So they're
pretty cracked, though.
There are 2 things I do want to touch on. So when it comes to you schedule this date and you can't, whatever. And then if someone looks at a place like Fargo, their track is facing a different direction. So not only are our stands facing basically the wrong way, so the front stretch melts last, we also, and I hope Craig's still watching, one thing we have to wait for is we can't turn the water on if we're flooding until it's below flood stage. There are rules to when we can turn the water on. So there's really so much we can do, and I won't say the word I shouldn't say the word handcuff, but we plan to start on these dates, but sometimes circumstances dictate beyond our control what we can and can't do.
And temperature.
So, that too. Frost is a thing everywhere.
Yep.
So,
And frost, that's got to be the main thing, isn't it?
That's what scares me.
Once the frost is gone, everything dries up quick.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I'm not even looking forward to going home because I know my driveway right now is probably underwater. It's concrete. But so I've got everything ready to go as long as my hose thawed out because I used it a couple of weeks ago and then it froze and I had to chip it out of the ice. But hopefully that's ready to go. Carrie Strandell says, heard a story about Brian Busick hitting a moose on backstretch in Greenbush. T. Young told me that.
you would
Up
think
there, I would believe that.
you would think I would have heard that story, but I would go ahead and say, since I haven't heard it, it probably didn't happen, but maybe it didn't.
I mean, I've seen moose walking right downtown Thief River Falls before, so I'm sure up in Greenbush, it's, no different up there.
Well, our buddy Jack Croker almost missed the feature back last August because he saw a deer in the adjacent field and took his 4-wheeler out there. He had, oh, deer. Like, oh, squirrel. And pretty soon I was like, does Nygaard have a suit on him? Like, I don't want to lose that car. So, anyway,
Oh, man.
we know Jack is.
Are you a fan of racing? Or is this just a gig for you?
No, I'm I love it.
I knew you were.
Love it. And put a shout out too to the guys. They dug up the whole track, pull all that dirt back up on top. So should be a different race style this year again.
And they have to do that because when you're going left, everything gets pushed out. Everything gets pushed to the right. And so imagine these high bank turns. Every time they're going, it's pushing up higher and higher. And when it does that, the track gets faster and faster. When you walk out that gate at where the grandstands are there, I remember back in the day, one time it was maybe this high of a drop, that low of a drop. Now, when it's the right way, you're dropping down. And you hear people say the track's too fast. It can be. I was one of those guys had a hard time with that. Wait a minute, they're racing. How can it be too fast? Got to remember about safety.
It only has so much to do with us. The cars change so much.
Yeah, they do.
And not only that, like late model or sprint, it's aero, it's torque now. It's how they react to our racetrack more than anything. As long as we're keeping up on it and doing what we need to do, it's not even so much us. It's the cars that are,
and
how
they all
react
run on
to
the
it.
same
And
track.
So
You're a race fan.
Oh, yeah.
Have you always been?
Always been.
Okay.
Loved it.
Cedar Lake Speedway is supposed to race that day before Easter. That Saturday. Holy, that is coming up awfully soon. Wow. Anything we have not talked about today that these guys do? I mean, the reason we're doing this show is because it's the guys like Gary and Tommy and everybody in here that make your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, whatever night of racing. These are the people that make the races work. These are the people that do all the work all day long for you to go enjoy your couple of hours a week at that racetrack. And without these guys, people like this, and the people from behind the scenes here on these shows, we wouldn't be seeing the awesome shows we do. But anything that you want to ask?
I think I asked just about everything, but it was more along the lines of like having folks like this in, and you're not seeing weeds when you're walking in, you're not smelling garbage when you're walking in, you're having a good experience.
Yep.
Like every little bit helps. It doesn't matter where you work or what side of the fence you're on, like,
And that's me and Gary's reward.
Sure.
For people come in there, they're having a good time.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
At the end of the night when they
we
say,
look
"This
around
was
and
fun."
everything's looking good.
Yep. Marty says you get to learn how Tommy really feels about you on Friday afternoon when he's testing the PA system and you're in the infield. What I can imagine. What do you say on that thing?
Oh, just between me and Marty.
Scott, it takes 3 weeks to get everything ready. Then the water gets on. Yeah, and that's what happens when you live in the tundra.
I mean, we'll probably start at the end of the month.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, because it's
temperature.
getting there already. I mean, we're already at
Open
the
everything
19th.
up
So
and airing everything out.
once-
Pick up garbage.
Once the city gives us the okay to put the water on, we got
It's up to us.
Oh, okay. So you guys make the decision, and if you make a wrong decision, that could be very costly.
Then we'll be out there babysitting the water lines.
I was going to say, because then you're going to have busted water lines.
Yep.
Scott Smart says, say hi to Tommy from the south.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah, I guess I don't know
And it's
who that
almost
is.
better in that regard to have a slower melt too, because if you go from below 0 to 60 all the time, you're gonna have
your
more
water
problems
everywhere.
than where the next couple of days with it being 50. Like, do you guys feel good about that? If it stays around that,
Yeah,
you get a slow
yeah.
melt.
You
or-
can't have it too quick.
No.
Right.
No.
Yep.
No.
But it's
What was the last year?
and it's all about the frost.
It is.
I mean, it's
The
all
frost
about
and
the
the
frost.
temperatures.
Yeah, like when I talk about my driveway being underwater, you could pump it and pump it and pump it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. Well, the frost finally let go, and that's how it is with racetracks too. They're going to hold all that extra moisture. It's not going to ever dry up until that frost goes away, and then just like that, you got a surface you can start working on. Between us and anyone else within 4 blocks, say I don't know what that meant, Marty. Between us and anyone else. Oh, I'm guessing when you're checking.
Oh, 4 blocks.
It's. I'm sorry, Marty. Sometimes you need to slow down for John here. So I'm guessing that you really have some colorful things to say on the
To
microphone.
Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love Marty.
So how many one-fingered replies do you get back from Marty?
Oh, I can't even count them. He blows me a kiss.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
Me and Marty
All right.
got it going on.
Why does this Dirty Thursday keep coming back?
It's getting dirtier and dirtier here.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Dirty Thursday. What a great name. It's funny when people that don't know us, they go, well, what kind of shows you have? We got a show called Dirty Thursday. And they're like, what? Like, it's
Right.
It's our pornography show. Come on.
Right.
And I'm sober.
It's
Could
I
you
love it.
Could you imagine?
yeah.
It doesn't take long hanging around that guy to understand.
Oh, exactly.
No.
And when I came up with the idea, we got to get you two guys on here. And I wasn't sure if you were in Arizona. I hadn't hardly seen you this winter at all. And so I knew it was going to be fun. You guys are always good to talk to. Well, you sing, Scotty says.
Yeah.
Can you do some Neil
No,
Diamond?
no. Me, Merle Haggard, when them guys are out in the infield, but
Well, every time I walk in, you got Merle Haggard playing on
I love
the.
Merle Haggard.
Obviously.
Well,
Okay,
and
what's your-
Johnny Cash.
What's your favorite Merle Haggard song?
All of them.
That narrows it down. I like it.
Huh?
That narrows it
Mama
down.
Tried. I like that
Mama
one.
Tried, yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Merle and Johnny, they're good stuff. I tell you what, Dirty Thursday behind the scenes. We're going to do this one more week. When we get into April here, we'll be going into track schedules. We'll talk more about that here as we get ready to wrap things up. But again, Dirty Thursday behind the scenes. Tommy Hofland and Gary Morin. I didn't really know what to call them, so I've got them down as River City Speedway facilities maintenance managers. Like Steven said, and like you said, when people talk to you at the end of the night and go, "This was a great show," you guys, thank you for having a great facility here. It's because of guys like you. And again, most race shows you're going to see, you're going to get a racetrack, you're going to get a race car driver on there, and that's it. There are wives, kids, girlfriends, behind the scenes workers that all make your night at the racetrack click. And we just thought it was time to give these guys their dues because you're behind the scenes. I mean, it could be the person making you your brisket sandwich. It could be the person blading the track. It could be the person taking tickets or cleaning up puke or narking out the people vaping up in the stands.
You know who you are.
Wait, did Corey Litton check in? Oh, no.
Corey hasn't even, I don't think he even
okay.
checked in. He must be, you guys working him to death over there or what?
That's for him on the replay if he watches.
Okay, well, hopefully he's not mad at me or anything. Come on, sing one, Jeremy
No, I
says.
think we've been pretty busy
I
this
bet.
week. So.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. We're already an hour
Superior
deep
custom.
plus into this thing. Again, behind the scenes, Dirty Thursday. Thanks, Tommy and Gary, for coming in. Stephen Lewis, Dale, the producer, everybody here. I shut that off. How about we do this? Play your music. There we go. I want to give a shout out to Rumor Sports Bar Casino for bringing you Dirty Thursday. Again, one of the sponsors that have been on the show since day one. Tell you what, you want to watch NDSU play some hoops today, the big dance. What a great place to do it. Here's what you do. You go to Rumor Sports Bar Casino. You get yourself one of those great lunch or dinner specials. You get yourself a world-famous beer tower. Maybe do a little bit of gambling, and then get ready to watch NDSU play basketball this afternoon. And I can't remember my numbers. I don't care if they win or lose. Yeah, I do. My daughter-in-law works for them, so she's out there in New York. Hi, Em. But at least get my numbers, all right? I got numbers on every single game. So, and you know what? If you're doing Lent, Rumors has got food for Lent, too, for all you Catholics. So there's nothing to worry about. Rumors Sports Bar and Casino, they are in the Midtown District Mall. That is where we are, all right? And next week, as we wrap up our behind the scenes, we're going to have Brina Sang and Brendan Grover in the studio. Have yourself a great day, everybody. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. It dings every time we go on the air. It's pretty cool stuff. You know, we love the Forks. We're Grand Forks' best source. We're giving the Forks their identity back.